Good morning, everyone. Dr. Vicki here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. Today is Thursday, the 24th of July. The moon at the moment is in Cancer, but moves into Leo at 11:30, I think, around 11:30 this morning here on the east coast of the U.S. And then at 3:11 p.m., we have a new moon in the sign of Leo. Now, before the moon becomes new in the sign of creative self-expression, creativity, children, joy, we have a trine of the Sun to Saturn. Trines are flowing aspects. There's nothing that gets in the way of the two planets in a trine. And the Sun supports, Saturn supports the Sun here. It helps to stabilize. We look at things from a very practical and pragmatic place. Of course, Saturn is in Aries, and so there's that initiatory energy of Aries that, is also expressed. And then shortly after that, the Sun trines Neptune. And Neptune is a whole different energy than Saturn. And it is more imaginative. It's more expansive. It's magical and mystical. And poetic in a certain way. And still the trine does help support that Sun in Leo. And then we have the new moon. And this new moon happens to be within less than a degree of an exact opposition to Pluto in Aquarius. That aspect will perfect tomorrow, early tomorrow. And so that opposition between Pluto and the Sun, or the Sun and the Moon and the new moon, will happen, is in orb at the time of the new moon, but will increase its pressure over the day. And then it isn't until we have the exact opposition where we feel like perhaps we've seen everything we need to see, and then things move forward. So this is a powerful new moon. This because not only do we have an opposition to Pluto, which brings up issues of control. Leo is the sign of the king, while Aquarius, the sign that Pluto is in, is the sign of the people. And so we have somewhat of a face-off between the king and the people. Now, we do have this new moon not only connected to Pluto, the furthest transpersonal planet in the solar system. We also have it in a sextile to Uranus. Remember, Uranus is now in Gemini. Uranus moved into Gemini on 7/7, and that's when really this Epstein thing really got its legs, really blew up, because that was the day they said there's nothing to see here, which of course we all know was a lie. And more people who would naturally trust the administration are realizing that they have been duped, and those people are really, really PO'd. We also have the trines to Neptune, which is another transpersonal planet, and then of course Saturn. And Neptune and Saturn are in their own relationship. They're at the end of a 36-year cycle. Now they're both moving retrograde. They will both be moving back into Pisces for a bit. And then when they turn around, they will go into Aries, make their conjunction to start their new cycle at the world point of 1 degree of Aries. World points are called world points because when they get activated, the world changes. And Neptune and Saturn, Neptune, the planet of imagination, and Saturn, the planet of reality, coming together at that 1st degree of Aries, all bets are off, right? All bets are off. So this is what is going on now, is part of, I believe, an uncovering that will continue, and a dissolution of exactly what, I can't say, but we know there's a dissolution coming, and there will be a new beginning come 2026. But that's only the start. It's only the seed. So it's going to take a lot of effort and a lot of focus and a lot of intention to create what we want to create. But we're still, there's for those of us who know that, it's important to us to focus on the world we want to create. For those who are still somewhat in the dark and this is all new to them, they're going to be upset. So watch yourself out there, guys. Being right isn't the safest thing. Or the thing that people are going to, open their arms and pull you in and say, you were right all along. Oh my God. That's generally not how it goes, although I guess it could. But as I said in the last few days, this is a time when we have to sit back, buckle in, and pop the popcorn, because the greatest show on earth is going to get even crazier. All right. So if you want to know a little bit more about this new moon, check out my Moon Shadows episode that I did with Ona yesterday. It is rather on the long side. I do know that. The first part of it, we talk about this new moon from an astrological perspective. We talk about our altars and the crystals that we want to use for this new moon, for the intentions of the new moon, themes around the new moon. And then the second part, we look at the new moon astrologically, and then we look at it on the charts of BFFs, best friends forever, Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. So if you want to see how this new moon affects those charts, you can check that out as well if you want to get in a little bit more in the weeds of it. But it was a fun and interesting Moon Shadows, and we're gonna see how this is all gonna precipitate out. It's gonna be very interesting, guys. We are definitely living in interesting times. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. It's early here, and I'm gonna finish my cup of coffee. I'm surprised I got through this with the little bit of coffee that I have in my system. But this hydrangea yesterday was really glowing, and it seems like it's glowing right now. So this is the peak of this one. Nature is such a gift and such a blessing. And as a reminder to you guys who watch me every morning, you're a gift and a blessing to me. Thank you so much for walking the garden with me. I'll see you again tomorrow. Much love, everyone. Namaste.